Should you be using this app? Let's find out. Hover is a new social media platform tailored for Twitch streamers. Why is this important? Frankly, the app has incredible integration with Twitch, which makes it irresistible as a creator. It's tailored for the Twitch audience, which makes it niche and targeted for those who already watch Twitch. And it's a growing platform with more and more activity every single day. We as streamers have some questions and concerns about the application, so I reached out to the Hover COO and got some answers in this video. Before diving into that discussion, let's talk about Hover in more detail. As a Twitch streamer, having Hover in your arsenal will, without a doubt, help you reach a larger audience. This is not to guarantee that you will get discovered, but it does guarantee you to have a higher chance of discoverability. Which, as a Twitch streamer, having more and more opportunities to get in front of more eyes is very important. I personally have had close eyes on the application for a few months now, just watching, learning, and contemplating. And there is one thing for sure happening on Hover right now, and that is Twitch growth. More and more streamers are reading their Twitch chat and saying, "I found you on Hover." It's important to recognize the intent and design of Hover. The app is clearly made for gamers and Twitch-related content creators. This means the application is going to attract viewers and users that already have an interest in gaming and watching Twitch streams. I find this incredibly powerful because it's almost guaranteed that a user on Hover is also a viewer of Twitch streams. This means when you're posting to Hover, you're getting the most targeted advertising for your Twitch stream that you could ever get. You couldn't even pay for those results on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram. These other social media platforms are designed for everyone, whereas Hover is designed for gamers and Twitch streamers. With that being said, you could post 100 videos on TikTok and never get a single viewer on your Twitch stream without an effective conversion strategy, which is very difficult because a viewer has to go out of their way to go find you on Twitch, follow you, and then come back to watch your stream. Whereas on Hover, it's incredibly easy to do. All a viewer has to do is click the Visit on Twitch button directly on the clip that they're watching and follow the Twitch streamer from the clip on Hover. This makes it so easy for your stream to get discovered when you're posting good content on Hover. I mean, it really is incredible. Last time it was checked, there was a 60-40% split between Twitch streamers or creators on Hover and users of the application. Many creators have expressed this as a concern because they're feeling like they're not going to get the results they're looking for. And as a result of this, they're not creating content on the app. Before I dive into my thoughts on this, I do want to kind of preface this with the fact that TikTok only like 2 or 3 years ago was used by 13-year-olds posting dancing clips, and now it's the most popular app everyone has on their phone. I think it's also important to remember that Twitch streamers can be the most valuable viewers on your stream. If you're creating content on Hover and attract another streamer to your videos and then to your Twitch stream, you're not only attracting a new viewer to your stream, but you're attracting someone who understands what it's like to be a streamer. And because of this, they can become an even stronger viewer as a result. And most importantly, having a streamer watching your content is not a bad thing at all. In fact, it gives you an opportunity to build a relationship with that streamer, which then would give you the opportunity to collaborate and broaden both of your audiences in the future. At the end of the day, whether someone is a streamer or viewer on Hover, they're both valuable viewers on the application. I still think that the application has to have creators on the app before it has viewers on the app, because the app needs content to be seen. If a new user on the application comes onto the app and doesn't see any good quality content, they're not going to stay around and continue watching content on that application. So it does require us to first have creators on the app. If you're currently posting on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, you should be posting that content onto Hover as well. I mean, there really is no reason to do that. It's kind of stupid not to. And if you do, you will thank me for doing so. Outside of the targeted audience and the niche category, Hover does have some sweet features. If you haven't seen Hover yet, it has a GG button as well as a like button. It has a Visit on Twitch button to quickly access someone's stream directly from the Hover feed. They have challenges which give you an opportunity to earn cash from creating content. and leaderboards to see where you stand amongst other creators. These features all create an experience tailored for its audience. And after speaking with Hover about the future and the direction of their app, I am only more and more excited of what's to come. Speaking of what's to come, I have tons of awesome content planned on this channel. If you're interested in joining a community of creators invested in learning, growth, and offering help to others, like and share this video. It really helps me know if this video is valuable for you. Subscribe to the channel and join our Discord server so that we can all start creating better content together. Many of us still have questions about the future of the app, how the app is performing currently, and what effect the application has had for Twitch streamers up to this point. With that being said, I am honored to have the Hover COO on to answer some of our common questions and concerns about the Hover application. I hope you enjoy. The first question I have here, I figured it'd be a good one to get answered. To start is, streamers are concerned Hover is only used by streamers. Last time you checked, and we talked about it last week, it was like a 60-40 split for streamers to users. Is this a concern for you guys at Hover?
No, it's not. So I'd say it's natural that users feel that it's only streamers. They've been our target audience for quite a period of time, but as of right now, they're obviously some of the loudest voices on the platform are creators, because creators naturally want to share the content they're creating. You know, they're even louder because they're like, yo, go check this out. From a viewer's point of view, we obviously see this a lot less. You don't see viewers shouting that they viewed something on Hover. You don't see them shouting that they've viewed it on sort of any platform, really. They're just less vocal on socials, saying that they've like signed up in a Twitch channel, for example. People don't necessarily sometimes shout, yo, I'm here.
Right.
They're just there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
no, it's not a concern. We have deliberately targeted content creators first because, you know, the chicken and the egg scenario, who creates content first? You need content for viewers to watch, ultimately.
I'm glad you brought up like the chicken and the egg. It kind of seems like streamers kind of have to be there first anyways,
yeah,
for there to be users on the app.
Yeah, it'd almost be like, you know, holding a Super Bowl, filling up the stadium. There's no teams there for people to watch. You need the teams there to play to fewer people first before other people turn up.
Streamers, you know, I talk about streamers being some of the best viewers on the application. Do you see that that kind of result? Do you see that kind of engagement from the activity on the app currently?
So streamers are probably the greatest viewers on Twitch because they have that general understanding. A lot of creators will have maybe in their leaderboard the top 10 gifters. A lot of them will be creators because they understand that like drive and the work that's going behind it more so than, you know, what a viewer does. You know, we're trying to do our best. You know, what are we doing next to target viewers, if you want? We want to focus on the algorithm first so that is in a better space. And then what we want to do as the viewers come on, or more viewers come on, I should say, is give them a great experience of coming onto the app. They're shown then content that they're like quicker, you know, so that they are engaging with it more and they're enjoying it more. And then coupled with this, we've got a couple of other features in the works, which we think is going to really allow viewers to engage and be involved a lot more. And I think some of the creators on there right now, they're probably gonna be like, I'm not going to use this. But that's fine because we've got things for them. It's now things for other people. So I think it's going to be an exciting time.
That's very cool. I think probably the greatest thing about what you're saying there is just there seems to be a lot of focus and a lot of trial and error going on behind the scenes of trying to just figure out what will work best.
I think that's some of the coolest things that we've got going on is, you know, we're not afraid to try things. We've got a focus team. We chuck out some ideas to them first and we say, hey, you know, what do you think of this? We've sent them a couple of things and they've gone, okay, that's just damn bad. And we're like, okay, cool, we won't add that. And then there's other things that we thought would be really great, we've added, and then maybe taken away, or things that we might want to add in the future that the community have given us ideas for, because they have some awesome ideas. You know, the little red button that we have, which I'm sure we're going to talk about later, there's actually a community idea. So that got added because of them.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. That's amazing. I'm going to move on to the next question here. When we talked last, you mentioned that users on the platform have nearly doubled since December, from 60,000 all the way to 110,000, which is pretty incredible. I was curious after talking to you about that. Have you seen an increase also in the activity or the time spent on the app? Has it been like the same average increase with the amount of time people are spending on the application as well?
The increase in users, though, has seen like a significant increase in all of the stats, like the views, the posts, Twitch connections. But I think most importantly, what we've seen go up is like the average usage daily. So we've actually seen that go up, which is a
That's
result of the
huge.
app performing better, and there's more content on there. There's more engaging quality content. There's variety of content. If maybe you wanted to see, I don't know, just Apex and Valorant, then there's now more Apex and Valorant creators. And, the such as comes with more people comes more content, which is great. You've seen some like immediate updates and stuff like that where, we've had days where our servers just can't cope and stuff like that. So it's really quickly changed. Oh, we want to focus on this, but we physically can't. We need to focus over here. So it's been good. It's been an exciting couple of months for sure.
That's amazing. That excites me hearing that like the daily average usage is kind of going up, which really to me seems like that's probably a really healthy sign that the app is, growing in a positive direction. That's amazing. So the next question I had up to follow that is, what sort of things have you noticed working for creators on the platform currently that is, just keeping them on their channel or keeping them watching their videos, that sort of thing?
So I think a lot of creators are experimenting, which is great, and they're maybe changing up what they're doing. But I think so far the most consistent thing that I'm hearing from users is to keep it short, to the point, engaging, and relevant to your content. So when we first started, we would see a lot of just these raw gameplay clips being uploaded, and I had a look back from my own content, for example, and one of the first things I uploaded was a Valorant ace. They're very rare when I play Val, but they do occur occasionally, and like I clipped it from the start of the round. If you've ever played Val, it's like a 20-second buy time, and then like into the round. I don't think I actually like killed anyone for, I think it was like 25 seconds, which is really long, make someone to sit and watch through. So what we've seen is like a clear direction change from a lot of creators where they're just cutting out the real needless bits. They're getting straight to the action. They're making sure it's engaging. And honestly, I think people upload less than what they do on other platforms, but they're uploading more quality opposed to like the quantity.
So that's kind of good segue into the next question, which is going to be about visit on Twitch button, which is my favorite feature on Hover, which is really what made me want to kind of cover Hover, because I think it's a game changer for every single Twitch streamer, and I have a firm belief that almost every single Twitch streamer will be using Hover within the next couple of years.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. So I was curious, what sort of impact has this had on users' Twitch streams? I noticed that you get a notification that someone visited you on Twitch. Are you guys tracking that on the back end to see like how many users are going to Twitch streams based on clips? I'm very interested in that.
Yeah, so we do track that. That's one of the things that we do track. I think the last sort of like public thing that we celebrated about it was the back end of December, where it was the first time we'd ever hit 100,000 Twitch connections, which is someone, and that was back in December. So now we're in March. Somehow we're in March. I don't know where January and February have gone. So I don't have the most up-to-date figures on that, but this last couple of months, we've grown a significant period of time. So it's probably going to be significantly higher. But that was exciting for us. First time we hit 100,000. But I think, to answer your question, sorry, the feedback that we've got is like great from viewers and from creators. It's prompted users to like just go check out a streamer more so than on any other like sort of platform, because often you get into the habit of you watch some content and then you scroll. You watch some content and then you scroll. And very rarely do people leave an app and then go search and then you try and find them.
It's too much work.
It's a lot of work, and sometimes usernames aren't the same, not because of the creator, but just because someone's already got the username or anything like that. So for us, it doesn't matter because it's already linked, so it's just one click. One of the coolest things that has happened, which has nothing to do with us, is an unknown user, no idea who it was, but shout out to them, started this trend of I've come from Hover, because what we're starting to see more and more now is users share this particular moment on their stream and like their socials. We're starting to see people have it as like a channel point redemption. We're having people ask us to link up. Yeah, it's cool where we've had like Lumia reach out to us to want to do like a public API to make it flash when people do that, and
that's awesome.
It's cool. And what it's allowing creators to do is see this quantifiable conversion from Hover to their stream, which you can't necessarily, unless you ask everyone where they come from, you don't necessarily get on any other platform. And some of the best feedback is actually some users are seeing an uptick in their CCV. But what we say to a lot of them is that's not us. We are just the app, and the visit on Twitch button is just a tool. Their CCV is going up because new viewers are finding them and they're enjoying the content and they're wanting to stay. So we don't take any credit if anyone's average viewers going up. We are just 100% a tool. or a platform,
Yeah.
and it's the reason why they've clicked that button is because they've enjoyed that content. That's nothing to do with us.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost a perfect way to like introduce yourself to a new viewer through like a short clip. And if they like your style of humor or your style of gameplay or whatever, they're gonna visit your Twitch to see if they're gonna like your content and that sort of thing. It's like such a great way to find people that you want to watch, but also find viewers for your stream. Both parties benefit.
And I think it is so much more beneficial than what you maybe see on like Twitter and maybe like Insta and stuff like that, where people post, "Hey, I'm going live," because you don't need to do that. Because every clip you've ever posted, say you've posted 100 times, regardless of someone's Discover experience, you're going to show us live on that particular clip. So, if you come across my very now old Valorant ace, you may be like, "Oh, that's got like, I like that." Or if you come across maybe on my Just Chatting segments and stuff, like, everyone's going to get a different experience. So the more you post, the more like adverts you have. Think of it like a trailer for your streams or your content, basically.
Common question from just users on Hover, and I know you guys are focusing on it because we talked about it, but I gotta ask you. I noticed Hover has a slightly slow load time, which is obviously something that could be an issue in the long run. Is Hover actively expanding to hire needed devs to continue improving the app? Is it a team size related issue, or is it just something you guys have to work on?
Makes sense. So in an odd way, like slow load times are a good reflection. What we're doing is going well, and they're going slow at the moment because our servers are just flat out struggling with the amount of traffic from users that we're receiving. So whilst it's a nice problem to have, it's still frustrating for users and for us because we want people to have a good experience on Hover. But every time we seem to upgrade the servers, we almost immediately need to do another one, and that comes with funding. We're going through funding and all that type of stuff at the moment. But in time, we're going to get ahead of this, so it's not going to be a constant issue all the time. And something which we're combating with a recent expansion of our team, we actually have posted out a couple of job adverts at the moment. So we're going to be taking resumes for DevOps engineers and hoping to be adding to the team in the next couple of weeks.
Anyone watching, I know there's actually some engineers and stuff and devs that follow me. So where could they apply if they're interested?
So should anyone want to apply, we've got information on Twitter, our Discord, and then also on LinkedIn as well. So it's in multiple places. We're taking resumes through LinkedIn and stuff at the moment. But if anyone doesn't have LinkedIn or whatever, they can still send it to us. It's not going to be a hard no because you don't use LinkedIn,
So anyways, we chatted last week and you mentioned businesses and brands were expressing interest in working with creators on the platform. How do you envision this will play out for creators in the future?
Okay, yes. So, like we spoke about last week, we're finding more and more businesses and brands wanting to be involved in what we're creating, which is awesome. Many who we've been involved with have the same sort of drive and vision, and they want to do good in the space we're operating in. So it's always great to, collaborate with them. We've got our big event on at the moment. We've seen brands link up with us for like Next Top Streamer. And then we've also seen some of them sponsor some of our smaller events and make them like cool, unique prizes. So we've seen like SteelSeries have their own challenge and like Dixper and a couple of other companies and stuff. For our users, I think this gives them like a great exposure to brands that maybe they wouldn't have had the opportunity to be seen by previously, like opening doors to sponsorships, like job opportunities. We actually had someone that I think he placed second in our SteelSeries event, and SteelSeries loved the editing and stuff that he had done, and actually reached out to him, and they've done a few pieces of work together, which is that's awesome.
That's amazing. It gave me chills actually when you said that, because that's a perfect example of what something like that can do for a creator.
Yeah, so I think that's really cool. And then, on top of this, like naturally comes bigger and cooler prizes, and quite often more exposure. So if you get involved in a sponsored event, say, we'll stick with SteelSeries by SteelSeries, naturally with a larger brand involved, if you place in the top 16, we normally have a higher CCV because, they've promoted it as we have. So then obviously you get exposed to more viewers as well. So if you're not necessarily looking for like a job per se, you're just going to get exposed to a larger audience and just be showcased to more people, which is always great as well.
And as a streamer, that's kind of the game that you're playing, is
exactly,
just getting in front of more people, more opportunities to be seen.
Yeah, more eyes all the time.
So this was actually a question that someone in my server asked me, which was, some streamers are curious about Hover's plan or monetization in the future. A few expressed concern with subscription-based services being developed or things added to the app. They may hinder the value of the application. So we're curious, what plans does Hover have for monetization in the future?
Like revenue just is always interesting, especially like in a startup space, and then especially in a startup like social media space. The app is based on video plays, so more traditional expectations would be like pre-roll ads, paid promotions, and then maybe having like game developers showcase their latest games with us via like challenges and stuff like that, as well as like the ability to expand on this feature list depending on what direction we take, because we aren't 100% sure what direction we want to take yet, so that's there as well. For us at the moment, the revenue just isn't the most important thing. We find that we're still trying to do our best to find our spot in this industry and refine the features that we have and make us unique from a value perspective. We can get creative when it comes to revenue, but for now, honestly, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just going to go with the traditional route to begin with. We might do something really exciting in the future, but I don't know what that really exciting thing is. So
Yeah, no, I think that's a perfect answer. I absolutely love the features on Hover, the red dot live icon that indicates when a creator is live on Twitch, the visit on Twitch button, the integration of Twitch and Twitch clips into the app is outstanding. Is there a concern that Twitch's API will change? And if there is, are you guys trying to foster a relationship with Twitch to kind of prevent those things or retain those features? And what can we do as creators to kind of help keep those features on the app, because it's a valuable ad for all of us?
yeah, I mean, so obviously you're not wrong. We naturally rely heavily on Twitch's API. Even during like the space that we've been around this short time, we've had to adapt the product based on the changes of their API. Like before, maybe you came onto the app, the visit on Twitch button used to be a follow on Twitch, so you used to be able to follow directly on the app, so you didn't even have to leave the app. When they had that hotspot attack during the summer last year, which is obviously, I'm sure any creator can remember, that was quite extensive. They changed the API, which then we had to change the follow to now a visit. We've been exploring multiple routes, though, like such as building relationships with Twitch, as you said, but also expanding our relationships with other platforms such as Facebook and YouTube. We've started with just one, but we don't plan on being exclusive to just Twitch. We want it to be the home for moments of live content in general, where viewers can just find their favorite creators. We're hoping.
I think
Sorry,
that's amazing. I just wanted to say it's almost like an approach where like if multiple like platforms are supporting this, why wouldn't another sort of thing?
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. We're hoping to make a name for ourselves, for Twitch or any platform, and that they realize the potential that we're giving their creators, and actually having us involved is more of a benefit to them than it is like a hindrance. And like you just said, if we can involve all platforms, even some of the smaller platforms and stuff as well, why would then one platform, like, we want it to be if one platform takes it away, there's like this, like,
Why
the
would you do
community are
that?
upset. Yeah, why would you do that? You're shooting yourself in the foot. Like,
Yeah.
it's on every other platform.
Yeah.
Let's give them what they want, So that's what,
Yeah.
that's the end game.
Using the app benefits us as creators, benefits Twitch, benefits you guys obviously, and it just benefits all three. So
Yeah, I think one thing, I think a lot of people have maybe called for Twitch to have their own short form platform. We've definitely seen it, obviously, like over the last year as we've been growing and stuff like that. I think if they, were to come out and support us, almost save them a job. You know what I mean? They're like,
yeah,
oh, okay, well, we don't need to do this because someone else
it's
has
already
done it.
developed. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it saves them the issues of it and having to expand their team and all that type of stuff. And then equally, if we look at it from Twitch's point of view, if for whatever reason people culture changes and we start looking at short form and we start looking at long form, Twitch can go, well, okay, well, it's not our app, so we don't need to worry about it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if there's this sudden change from people watching less than 60, and we start watching 5 minutes, like 5 minute becomes the meta,
Right.
or then it's not something for them to worry about.
Totally. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the next question here. Are there any new features that are being worked on? If you can talk about it, what features make Hover so unique in comparison to TikTok or YouTube Shorts?
Okay, yeah, like cool question. So there's a long list of features that are being worked on. Some of the more traditional stuff that I think has become like expected, such as like editing profiles from the website, drafts, editing a challenge of what your content is involved in, to then some more of the unique stuff. So, looking at some of the new leaderboards that we've got coming, so you can similar to like if you think back to OG COD days when you could night view via kills and headshots and stuff like that. We're going to be bringing out these leaderboards done by views, likes, GGs that you can filter down to specific genres and specific time zone, not time zone, sorry, time. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Like days, weeks, months, or years.
Yeah.
And then other things such as like adding our music library and more options to like the editor and stuff like that. And that's all what makes us unique. I personally think we have like quite a few of them. And naturally, the Twitch visit the live button that we've been talking about, the live section where you can discover creators that are currently live based on their latest posts. But then on top of this, we've got our challenges. But most importantly, I think the most unique thing about us is we want you to leave the app. We want people to come onto the app, scroll to the point where they discover someone, they truly enjoy the content, and they go to a different platform and they watch them. And I think that's because, we have the confidence in our creators on the platform that they create such a wide, diverse, and enjoyable, experience that although people want to leave and go watch them, that they have such a great experience when they leave, they come back to want to find another creator. And, so very much the unique part of us, I would say, is that we have so much belief in our creators to create a really cool experience off the platform when they want to come back. So, they're at the heart of all the decisions, and we enjoy putting content. We want them to enjoy putting content on the app and for them to have a place for their moments from their live streams, and a place to call home for their moments on their live streams.
Absolutely. I loved all of that. That's awesome. So I have one last question for you. And
Okay.
it comes from Twitter. Someone asked it today, actually.
Yeah, sure.
P4TZE182, quite the Twitter name. Is there a plan to get German-speaking streamers to hover as well? This question kind of goes into just all languages, I would say, outside of just English, kind of expanding into those markets.
Yeah, so this is something we definitely want to do. We will want to try and expand into as many languages and countries and that as possible. But again, that comes with, the size of the team and where we can focus our efforts at the moment. Dream scenario, what we're doing is we've expanded to every country and we can have the app in different languages, and that perhaps we have something similar to Twitch where you can, click a tag and you can say what language you speak and what language you want to maybe view on, so that we don't show you content. So, say, for example, you speak in Mandarin and you don't want to see English content, you only want to see Mandarin, you can filter it that way,
right?
Similar to what they're doing on Twitch. So that's, I can't tell you when that's going to come about, but that is like what we've spoken about many, many times. And I think that's probably one of the easiest and straightforward ways to go.
Sweet. So I know you're a Twitch partner yourself, or anyone that's watching that might have questions for you directly, or just want to watch your stream, get to know you more. Where can they find you? Where can they find, like, I'll obviously link the Hover Discord below, but is there any other resources, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so obviously our Discord, like you said, our Twitter as well. But anyone can feel free to tweet at me. I'll give you my links and stuff afterwards. But also, if I'm ever live as well, feel free to jump in there. Or if our Twitch channel is ever live as well, there's a multitude of ways you can get hold of us, and I'll try my best to answer wherever it is. If I don't answer you, I'm not ignoring you. I might be asleep. It's a rare occurrence, but I might be asleep.
Different time zone. Time zone. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for answering all these questions, Jay. I'm sure everyone in the community is really going to appreciate it. And I'm excited. I'm very excited for this video.
Thank you. No, thank you for taking the time to do it. We're excited too, and excited for the year coming up,